We are human beings. As human beings, we are social creatures. Whenever there is more than one human being involved in
there's going to be politics in there.
If things are organized in a hierarchy, somebody will reach up, which means other people won't.
So you're saying bad politics is two people eating chicken and one person taking the chicken leg first, and good politics is saying you really don't want this chicken leg, do you? And taking it.
Yeah. I don't think people are good or bad. I think people behave in a certain way in the situations they are in.
We also, all of us are very quick to be judgmental and paint a picture of people, right?
Yeah. If there is a positive predisposition towards you among the people who are deciding, you will benefit.
Welcome to yet another episode of This Living Room, featuring this living room, featuring this person and this nostril.
Nobody wanted to see your nostril, but you made it a point that they do.
If people can sell pee, I don't see a reason why some people might not have a nostril fetish.
People are selling pee. Oh, okay.
And farts.
And yeah. Feet photos.
Feet, farts, pee,
Jesus, man.
panties.
Yeah, but to each their own, right? We should not be judgmental.
No, we should not be judgmental at all.
Yeah.
Talking about judgmental,
Welcome
to a very exciting episode called Politics, but not like the politics which
national.
not like national politics.
I have no view. I don't want to get involved. I don't care.
But it's same shit. It's Game of Thrones, honestly.
But that I don't care, and we don't want to go.
Game
down
of Thrones, what?
No, I care for Game of Thrones, not national politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying it's the same thing. Like it's politics at the workplace, right?
Yeah.
How do you navigate it? How do you stay ahead of it? Do you play it at all? I think I may come from a very different place than him, but we'll get to that.
Can you first introduce what we're talking about? You randomly like.
I just said we're talking about politics.
What politics?
Office
In
politics.
what context? Say that, na? Introduce.
I think it was understood.
No, it
implied.
wasn't. No. You are mumbling. First, please introduce properly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a podcast on office politics. How you should stay ahead. How sometimes you may choose to play the game. What happens if you don't play the game? Right? So we're just going to go down this rabbit hole and see for ourselves.
Thank you very much. That was an appropriate introduction. I don't like office politics, okay? Like,
Yeah, really, no shit.
I fucking hate it, okay? But we are human beings. As human beings, we are social creatures. Whenever there is more than one human being involved in
There's
a
going to be
situation,
politics involved.
it is political, right? And not all politics is bad, okay? Politics has that negative connotation, the word does, but I just want to
You have to remember this sign.
I don't know. I just want to qualify here that politics is not bad. There is bad politics, which does happen, right? But politics itself is not bad, right? As in, because human beings.
I think it's one of those things that you say which sounds very clever, but
No,
actually doesn't
man.
make any sense.
No, I'll tell you. Okay. It's very interesting. Okay. I was having this debate with somebody about fairness as a concept, right? Things should be fair. Why? Who says? Right? All these are notions in our heads, right? As in, all these kind of things are just notions and constructs in our head. Why should there be fairness? The implication of office politics, the negative implication of office politics is that because I'm political, I'll get ahead in the game, right? Now,
You need to be political to get ahead in the game. Yeah.
right? Now, there is a way of being political to get ahead in the game without being mean to people, without being assholes, without doing things which are
But when you're getting
unethical.
ahead of the game, you're stepping on toes. That's why you're getting ahead.
which is bound to happen, right? If
But
there
that
are
itself is
no, but that's just the nature of work, right? If
that's
there are,
capitalist society.
yeah, and life. If things are organized in a hierarchy, somebody will reach up, which means other people won't.
Correct. It's the same with dating.
Anything, yeah, right? So politics in itself is not bad. Is all I'm trying to say. There are people. There are bad players. There are bad actors. And there are good actors, right? People can still be political while not being like assholes. Basically. So just this negative connotation around politics, while I hate it.
So you're saying bad politics is two people eating chicken and one person taking the chicken leg first, And good politics is saying you really don't want this chicken leg, do you? And taking it.
Yeah. You still get the leg, but you're not an asshole about it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so let's not kind of go down the path of saying that all politics is bad. Firstly, politics will happen. Interaction between two people fundamentally is political. There is a power dynamic but in any relationship, right? Now multiply that by like 2,000 people in an organization. Has to be the case.
Have you faced bad politics?
Have I faced bad politics? Maybe, but but I'm fairly kind of naive to all these things, and, and I don't know, right? I don't know what has happened in the background. But yeah, I think so. Like there have been a couple of occasions where I've been like, this doesn't seem right, right? Like for example, in one of my appraisals or reviews, there were things which were quoted which were not true.
Okay.
Right. And so there are two parts of the review, right? One is the number and one is the behavior of how did he do what he did. So evolved HR systems not just reward your achievement against target, they also reward behavior because you have to demonstrate leadership qualities. If you do numbers and here you are not on point, you still might not get what you want in life, right? So there were some situations which didn't happen. I came to know about that in a conversation, and those are not meant to be shared with me because that's supposed to be a closed room kind of conversation. And I was like, no, this is not right. And I kind of confronted the person, and because I had mail evidence, they agreed. Maybe, I don't know whether it was political, maybe it was just a bad misinterpretation of the situation or whatever, but yeah, it's happened. But the other part of it, right, and this is where I'm saying this is the good part of politics, right, which I had a massive problem with, was with this whole concept of visibility within the organization, right? Like as managers, we were told that you have to be visible, which means that, like for example, one of the exercises which was supposed to be done was at the end of the month, right? Beginning of first week, write an email to your manager talking about what you have done, right? My brand grew by 15%, this happened, that happened, like this email, okay? You write to your manager will reply back saying, great job done, and your manager will mark it to their manager, and their manager will mark it to the world, and like visibility. My whole take on that was, why the fuck do I need to do something like that? Because my brand is growing or not, that number is available to the entire company, right? Why do I need to send this email? And I resisted it. I hated it, resisted it. But honestly, if you ask me, it's one of the mistakes I made. I should have kept doing it, and I should have done it like more.
I think you were a rebel without a cause.
I was a rebel without a cause. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the implications of what it means and what it takes to succeed in a corporate career. See, it's like this, right? There are like 500 brand managers in a company, right? You have to go beyond your work to succeed. You have to network with people. It's like
you have to ass-lick a little bit.
Not ass-lick. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but you also need to.
No, I don't agree with that. Again, you're going down the path of bad politics, right? You don't have to, right? But it's like a brand. Awareness, consideration, right? Are you in that consideration side? Because you're competing with 500 people. All of them are from top tier B schools, right? A lot of them are doing good work.
But my question is, what if someone else is ass-licking and you're not? What happens? Because I've seen this.
Yeah. So, see, ass-licking works with some managers, doesn't work with other managers, right? Because people whose asses are getting licked, they might feel that tingling in the moment, but they also realize that their asses are getting licked, right? So it's not.
But some people really live for that thrill. I had a boss who loved his ass to be licked.
Yeah. There are people like that, but largely people are able to differentiate. Largely.
Yeah. He could differentiate, but he just liked his ass to be licked.
Again, I'm saying largely people are able to differentiate that this guy is like just licking ass for the sake of it, and this is like a genuine conversation that the person is trying to have, right? So let's call it networking. A networking conversation with somebody versus ass licking conversation with somebody, right?
Yeah.
Most people have the maturity to.
No, ass licking is very simply like, sir, very, very well done. What an idea, Sir Ji.
So I'm saying people are
able
to see through it, right? If you get unlucky and you get stuck with people who enjoy that more than you're just unlucky, right? But most people are able to see through it. So this is important, it's required, right? But the bad side of it is really bad, man, which I really hate, right? Like bickering, putting people down, like gossiping about personal life.
How do you escape that though?
So the way I kind of did it was that, and I don't think I successfully escaped it completely till the time I was working. My eventual success was leaving it.
Yeah.
Right. That is what I did eventually. But while I was there, I did not make friends at office. Okay, I was very clear that this is not a place where I make friends.
Why?
I didn't. I wanted to keep that separation between my personal life and my organization. I do have some very close friends even now from office, but largely I kept that circle very tight. Right? Not too many people knew about my social life. Very few did. All of that, like my personal life, very few people did. Right? So I maintained that. I was not the last person to leave from company parties. There was a strict rule that if I go to a company party, I will not have more than 2 beers. I never did. Like once or twice for some farewell, my farewell or something like that, right? But strict rules. I maintained lines, which was also a problem because people expect personal connections.
Yeah, it's very natural.
Yeah, I maintained that. So I suffered because of it. But I was happy.
But that's not really politics. That's a character trait. That's not really politics.
No, but I'm not like that, right? Like with my current team, I don't behave like that.
Maybe I'm saying that the person that you were then, you were like that then.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, personalities change and evolve over time.
Yeah. No, I didn't deal with it well. As in, I don't think I managed office politics very well. I don't think I benefited from being political. I was not political. As in, I was fundamentally, I don't understand it. I don't know how to play the game. Right? I've seen people who are masters at that game. Right? I'm not that person. And I never benefited from it.
Yeah. So, guys, long story short, I'm not, in retrospect, not really sure why we're doing this podcast because both of us are terrible at this. Okay, I'll tell you a quick little story. I was at an agency and I had an art partner, very, very talented art partner, very talented. But he had this weird insecurity. I till date, I haven't been able to put a reason as to why he was so insecure. Okay, and when I joined this agency, I had a chat with my boss who hired me, and I said, look, I have certain things I need to do at home. And this was when Mimi was, my daughter, was going to a play school, which was in Gurgaon. My office was in Delhi, right? Now, I had to drop her in the morning to the play school and pick her up in the evening.
Yeah.
So the play school shuts, right, after certain time, and you have to pick up your child before that time. And that time was 6 o'clock or so, 6 p.m.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Earlier than normal.
It was 6 p.m.
Not like 4 in the afternoon, but 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay, which meant that I had to leave from Delhi at 5:10. I had to leave to be able to come to Gurgaon, taking traffic into account and all of that.
Yeah.
So I had a chat with my boss before I joined. Only I had a chat with my boss.
This is my life. I have to do this.
This is what I have to do. I said, do not worry. Work is not going to suffer.
Yeah.
That guarantees on me. Work is not going to suffer. He said, yeah, cool. So I joined. Art partner, me working. I would do the work, check out at 5 o'clock. Then when I would come back the next day, I would open up my laptop and then he would be sitting next to me and I would see him working on something. And I was like, I have no idea what the I would ask him, what are you working on? So, nothing, don't worry, it's just a campaign we're doing. I said, but what campaign? And
how are you not involved?
Yeah, how the fuck? I'm not marked in any mails. I have no idea what campaign is. And it's impossible for an art partner and copywriter to not know what's happening, right? It's not like a junior role. It's a you're working together. So
and you are the starting point. Your input becomes art.
No, not really. We work together. I mean, traditionally we work together. But we brainstorm together. We work together.
Yeah, largely something has to be written, right, for it to turn to art.
Yeah. And then what I started noticing was that the servicing people and the planners were also talking about the same campaign that he was talking about,
and I
was blissfully unaware. Okay, so this kept happening. Then I spoke to some of the servicing people and the planners. I said, no, what's going on? What is this campaign? He said, so they was like, no, it's like we were jamming in the evening and we came up with this idea and we all found it very exciting. So at that agency, everyone needed to be on board the idea, sign off on that idea before it got made, right? Including plan. It was a great culture. Planners, servicing people, everyone needed to be on board the idea. And I would see that these campaigns are getting made without my knowledge. And then it struck me that what this guy was doing was that he was waiting for me to leave.
And then
So he could take all the credit. And I was like, what a shit thing to do. Why the fuck? I mean, you know my case, you know my scenario. It's not that I'm going out of my own volition, right? I have to do this. And it became really bad to a point where I would wake up in the morning and think to myself, shit, again I have to go back to this place. And I think the moment you reach that mentally, you should check out.
Agreed.
So I had a chat with my boss and I said, look, this is the scene. Okay? So he said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to fire your art partner? Because I can. I said, no. Things are working well at the agency, right? Everyone seems to like him. It's all good. Work is going out good. He said, so what do you want? I said, I don't know. He said, do you have a job? I said, no. I said, I need to quit because I can't be here. I'm just feeling unloved is a wrong word, but like I was feeling like I didn't belong at all. So he said, and he was one of, like he has such a bad reputation of being a terror, but he was one of the kindest people I've ever met in my life. He took me down to a cafe and he said, listen, don't come from tomorrow. Your salary is on me till you get a job.
okay.
It's like, fuck, what a thing to say to someone. So I stopped. I stopped going to office and in about 20 days I found another job. But I think when politics happen, it takes a real kind of asshole to not be empathetic to another person. And I've met these characters in the workplace and I suspect that these people are like that in their personal relationships as well. Because a human doesn't change. Either a human is a nice human being or a human is a bad human being. I don't think a human is a bad human being at office and a great human being at home. I don't think
But that's also
true.
context at play here, okay? I don't think people are good or bad. I think people behave in a certain way in the situations they are in, okay? Everybody can behave badly. Everybody can behave very well in a situation. So it's not good or bad. I think, see, there are two parts to this, okay? One is at the personal level, one is at a culture level, right? We come back to culture. If the culture breeds insecurity, fundamentally, you will find more assholey behavior in that system, right? Like, for example, if you look at the Indian cricket team right now, right? Like, one of the things Rohit Sharma did, and I know you don't get cricket, so...
Rahul was playing last match.
Yeah, Rahul was playing. Which Rahul?
Dravid.
Of course, he was there. He scored 103.
Gavaskar was also there in the last match.
He's captaining, man. Now he's back. So one of the things he did was that just let people go and express themselves, right? Don't worry about whether you'll have a place in the team or not. That's my responsibility. I'll let you play, like open up your game. And they started with Ganguly, right? So you build those cultures and systems where you don't breed insecurity, right? So if there is lesser insecurity largely, then...
No, very interesting, very insightful thing to listen, because now that you say it, this other place I was at actually had a lot of assholes, and this place had a lot of assholes because that place bred insecurity.
Yeah, and at the personal level, there is this version of the Peter principle, right? Which individuals have to realize is that in your life and your career, you will reach the highest level of your mediocrity. Okay, that is where your career will head to. You start capping out at the level where you can't do more. You'll get there, not beyond it. Some people get there in 10 years, some people will take 12, some people will get 8, but you will get there, right? So all this politicking is not going to change the end outcome. If you don't deserve to be CEO, no matter what you do, you will not become CEO. By hook or crook, even if you become CEO, you will be so shit at your job that you won't last. Okay? So you will reach till where you deserve to reach. In life, that...
Yeah, but that's a very, like a highbrow way of looking at things.
Why highbrow?
No, I'll tell you why. Because when you are in an environment which is intensely political, you don't look at it like that. You don't look at it from that. I don't give a fuck whether this person is going to become CEO, how his journey is going to be.
I'm talking about yourself. Your own personal journey. right? So one is the culture that you're in, right? So if the culture breeds insecurity, you'll tend to behave insecure yourself, right? If you have to constantly watch over your shoulder, oh, what is this person saying? Oh, is someone else taking credit for work? Is the need to demonstrate your work a constant thing in this culture? Or if I don't say it, I will not get appreciation, right? So if there is a cultural aspect to this, then there's a personal aspect to this. The personal aspect is you being comfortable in your own skin, right? Like you being secure that, hey, listen, I know my capability. I know I'm going to get there. So I don't need to do all this shit. So I think both things are at play.
Again, easier said than done. When you say that I know my capability, I don't need to play this game, I know what my eventual outcome is going to be. That doesn't change what's happening to you in the present moment. How
Yes,
do you deal with
it still hurts. If you find that you've been looked over and someone else whom you think is not as competent or who is not put in the work that you have, and you deserve that promotion, and somebody else has got it because the other person.
Yeah, so how do you deal with that?
Bro, that's just life. You play the game, right? And corporate careers involve two abilities, right? And corporate meaning any organizational career, success within organization, right? In fact, even startups, because here you're dealing with external customers, right? As in your ability to do good work and your ability to manage relationships, right? As in if you're not good at either one of them, like for example, in our work, no matter how good our work is, if we are not able to manage our client relationships, our agencies are not going to go very far, right? We need to have both these abilities. Same thing applies in corporate careers. You might do great work, but if you can't manage stakeholders, then your corporate career is not going to go very far, right? So you might feel sad about it. But that's the truth of the matter is that you have to do both things. And if someone else, suppose two skills, you are 10 at work, the other person is 9, but the other person is 10 at managing the relationship and you are 7, the other person is still ahead of you, right? And you have to give that to the other person. Is it unfair? If you look at things from the lens that only work matters and nothing else matters, then it is unfair.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you're looking at it wrong.
Yeah, then it is unfair. But that is not reality.
But that's naivety.
That is, and which is how I was. As in, I fundamentally was naive. I came from this. You've read The Fountainhead, Ayn Rand,
long time back.
Howard Rock, right? That kind of thing. Oh, the work is the only thing which matters, and I will make the best looking building, and that's the only thing I will do, and I don't care about. I came from that mindset, right? But that's not reality. The world doesn't operate like that. Right?
Correct.
Like, touchy subject, nepotism. If I'm building a company, right? If there are people who I know, and if I can offer them opportunities to grow in their life and careers, I will.
So will I.
Absolutely, I will.
Yeah.
I will give them the opportunity, but then
I will also fire them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is for them to take that opportunity and run with it, right? But I will do that. And the same thing happens. Like if, for example, somebody has a positive predisposition to me and there are 5 people on the table who are getting evaluated. See, largely in companies, the work is here and there, right? There's not a difference like that between levels because otherwise you wouldn't have a job, right? So the work level, there's marginal difference. There is an evaluation of whether this person has a future leadership potential. That's again soft skill, right? But if there is a positive predisposition towards you among the people who are deciding, you will benefit.
Absolutely.
That's just human. That's just life.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the dirty side of politics gets really bad because when like I know cases where people have been pulled down because of their personal life, right? Like loose comments like "अरे ये तो पीता बहुत है," right? That's happened with friends of mine, right? Pita bahut hai has no bearing on work, right? He's not coming drunk to work.
Correct.
Right? He could drink as much as he wants, as long as he's pulling in the hours, doing everything. Whatever the fuck. How does it matter? Right?
Yeah.
Like there are also implications.
No, I think all of us are very quick to be judgmental and paint a picture of people, right?
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that we use it as a mechanism to sort of shift the focus to someone else.
Yes.
We need a justification as to why we are sidelining this person.
Yeah.
And the way to justify it is that, because this person is like this or this person is like that.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And think about it, we do the same thing in our social life as well.
Yep.
When we want to not hang with someone, we think of a reason as to, actually that reason doesn't exist.
Yeah, and even if it does, that's the person's choice, right? Like So another thing which will tend to happen is, let's say, and I'm talking about people who've got to 35, right? A large percentage of that population will be married. But if you're stuck with a couple of people who are single, if you're 35 and you're making good money, you will date, right? You'll start hearing comments like, "अरे ये तो उस दिन इस लड़की के साथ दिख रहा था या उस दिन उस लड़की के साथ दिख रहा था." How does it matter? What wrong is that person doing? If the person is single, right, and if there's a woman willing to go out, or man go out with him, and it's all good, right? So these kind of things start happening.
Unless he starts hitting on his boss, in which case that's a terrible thing to do.
Yes, that's a problem. But generally, right?
Have you ever been hit on by a man?
By a man, no. Not to my knowledge. Again, I can be naive in these things. Sir. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, so I'm saying those kind of things become dirty. And then, see, also there is an aspect of information asymmetry, okay, which to me has already started happening in a 40-member team. Okay? I don't know what the junior most person is doing in my team, right? Because my conversation with the junior most person is very rare, right? Now I'm trusting my leadership team to give me accurate information. Now, if I hire assholes as leaders, they will undermine the juniors and they will kind of have favoritism towards some or the other. One way to tackle it is to have right systems, right? As in where people have opportunity, your appraisal systems are robust, etc., etc. But the other thing is to build cultures like that, right? As in the culturally, like for example, when we hire, one of the conversations that we have is that, okay, do you see this person replacing you in the next 2 years? Right? So there is that future looking conversation also that happens, right? So that information asymmetry also, right? And open channels of communication. Like I try to have that open channel of communication where I tell everybody saying that, listen, if you need to talk to me, just pick up the phone and call, right? And now we are like 40 members. By the end of this year, if you become 60, 70 members, this is going to become even more of a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't escape the politics. I mean, you might be able to escape it, but the people working there may not be able to escape it.
Yeah, but you have to, as the leader, you have to completely kill it if you see it happen.
Yeah.
Like not encourage.
Yeah.
Like,
but also I'm saying that because you're there, the chances of you seeing it are
much low. Yeah, because you put yourself in a bubble.
Your leadership will see it more than you. And it's up to your leadership to bring it and kill it.
Yeah, and see the problem with the leadership is now that the leadership also knows you, right? Like for example, our leadership is largely people who've been with us for a while, right? They know who we are, they know how we are. Thankfully, these are good people who understand how we are as people, right? But imagine if I'd got 5 people from outside in leadership roles, right? They've come from They've come from insecure political environments. In fact, that's one of the challenges which happens with us, right? Adapting to our culture requires a certain amount of unlearning. Okay?
But also everyone comes with baggage, right?
Exactly. That baggage requires unlearning. Right? So if I pump in leadership, which is all new, I am not exposed to what is happening because I am in a bubble, I am interacting largely with leadership. It can create this dissonance which is massive, right? Like I'm going on a team call where I'm like a town hall and I'm saying, hey guys, we are a very open culture, we are this, we are that. And the other person is like, bro, I don't even find enough courage to have an open conversation with my manager. My manager doesn't let me talk to you. Every time I say, hey, I'm going to talk to Aditya, my manager says, no, tell me. Right? That dissonance. So how do you manage that? Right? And then those things become important.
So, moral of the story?
Politics is real. Not all of it is...
Bullet points. Politics is real.
Not all of it is bad.
Not all of it is bad.
The bad is really shit. Okay? As human beings and as leaders,
you have to know how to play it a little bit or not. You may choose to be naive like us and choose not to play it. That's also fine. But if you choose to be naive, then you have to figure out a way in which you create a system where there is no politics.
And live with the repercussions. You have to be aware. Like it's the same thing with hard work, right?
Yeah.
If you want to check out at 5 o'clock in the evening and your colleagues are working till 10, they will get ahead in your career. Same thing with politics. Principle is the same, right? And if you happen to be a leader...
Not everyone who stays till 10 o'clock gets ahead.
I'm saying principle. But if you happen to be a leader and if you don't like politics, you have to discourage it as much as possible. And if you discourage it, largely the team also tends to discourage it.
Also speak up, guys, speak up. Speak up more.
Yeah, agreed. Call to action.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Send to people in WhatsApp groups, please. I don't know how that helps, but it does.